we will be seeing one of the tournament favorites, Alexander Pedersen and Mads Larsen, going against the Belgian team, Anneke Vanheusden and Kenny Verbreakel. Verbreakel and Vanheusden, veterans of this game, although debutants in the 2-on-2 format. They have played the 5-on-5 version for many years, and in fact they have announced that this will be their last tournament playing Powerchair Hockey. So they will play later today as well on the stream. So that will be your last shot at watching Anneke Vanheusden and Kenny Verbreakel play competitive Powerchair Hockey.
Yeah, at least on the international
stage. At the international level, yeah. Oof, missed shot from around the back shot from Pedersen, and it's a quick turnover and a quick goal for Belgium as well. That was
surprising.
Well,
in some way.
It just goes to show you that, I mean, in this tournament, if you at all slow down, if you let up even a little bit, even the weaker teams can take advantage of mistakes. Pedersen off the post, and it's another turnover. Oh,
wow!
Play on, but
okay.
Vanheusden is in jail here.
Oh,
Verbreakel has
saved the day.
Saved the day. He caught Pedersen behind the net, and basically the possession is now reset. Vanheusden doing the best she can to help out Verbreakel by covering up some of the angles behind him primarily. At the end, too much to handle, and Pedersen gets the goal he was looking for, but some really messy possessions here early on from the Danes. Oh, nice save by Larsen.
Yeah, but shot just a second too late. There was a big gap in front of him.
Bit of fair play here. The referees applauding. It's always nice when the players themselves can sort of find a way to resolve a tricky situation. Larsen and Verbreakel, the two T-sticks, are fighting for it here, trying to find a way to squeeze the ball out of the scrum to their teammate. Might get a reset here in the face-off if this goes on for much longer. Larsen, can he pull this one out? And he does, and it's a goal. Vanheusden and Verbreakel able to laugh it off, screwing up that situation and leaving the goal wide open for Pedersen, an easy goal. Ooh, blocked by Pedersen. Trickles out to Vanheusden again. She will reset. Ooh, a shot from behind half court. That's disallowed.
Oh, yeah, still a nice shot though.
A nice shot, but way behind midcourt. That's a mental mistake. It's a rule that's pretty specific to this tournament format, and it must have slipped Vanheusden's mind. So the Danes looking to go up by 2. Ooh.
Yeah, great job by
almost gets it back.
Verbreakel to go. Ooh. Now he needs to move fast. Oh, and he does that, but there's a lot of space behind him.
We have seen this so many times this tournament that all these tricky moves are impossible for for goalkeepers to stop. At some point, he's going to find his way through. Oh, a turnover and a quick score for Pedersen. So this is quickly getting out of hand for the Belgians. And once again, we see this has been a pattern all weekend that they struggle offensively. The defense is all right generally, but offensively they struggle to create chances regularly. Pedersen will do this all game long. Maybe now you start messing around if you're Pedersen and Larsen, trying to set up Larsen maybe for a T-stick score. A shot and a block by the Danes. They will take over once again and score in front of Verbreakel. Another shot. I'm not sure she was across midcourt again. Foul by the Danes. Excuse me. Need to move quickly. If you slow down even for a bit, Larsen and Pedersen will surround you, and that's a turnover waiting to happen. Knowing Pedersen, he will likely get out of here with that ball as well. Verbreakel doing the best he can, but nowhere near the speed required to get into the net in time. Finally, the Belgians are able to get one back to the cheers of the Belgian and Dutch fans on the sideline. It's clear who they're rooting for. Verbreakel can only watch as
yeah, I mean, he has a difficult task alone against Alexander Pedersen.
Foul call on Vanheusden for reversing into her opponent, and she didn't like that call. But Vanheusden, of course, has transitioned into a coaching role as she advances in age, and she is the national team coach for Team Belgium, guiding her team to a fifth place finish in the
Belgian team with
in the World Cup last year.
With a lot of young players, so it's kind of like the new generation of Belgian players.
Absolutely.
She's coaching. Oh.
Vanheusden, of course, a part of the previous Belgian generation, which was, quite a good team, the Belgians, and going through a little bit of a rebuild nowadays. What's the record number of goals for the weekend in a single game? 24 maybe?
27.
27.
Yeah.
That might be what Pedersen is looking for.
46 goal game.
Between Dahl and
Rudi
Götz and Rudi Feller and Gautsvart.
Yeah.
So that's time on the first half. Only 10 and a half, so probably not going to get a shot at that 27 goal record. Just basically waiting for the final later this afternoon. Almost certainly Pedersen and Larsen will compete in that game against the Dutch favorites, I'd say, from Feller and Gautsvart. Although the two teams just in the game before this tied and in an exciting game, a close game, of course, and that's a promising sign for this afternoon final game. Vanheusden simply doesn't have the speed, the change of pace needed to outsmart Larsen in that situation. And off the post, the inside of the post. Vanheusden is there, but she's surrounded immediately by Danish pressure.
Wow, she gets out.
She gets out of it though, and is able to convert into the third Belgian goal of the game. Ooh, Verbreakel and Vanheusden. Verbreakel needs to go now.
Good job.
It's actually not that bad of an opening.
Oh.
Can she? It's a little unorthodox way of playing that possession, but it almost worked out. Okay. Oh, wow, she missed that shot. Lined up perfectly to fit it through the gaps in between Larsen's wheels. A shot, another save by Larsen, and Larsen now on the counter-attack. And he find a pass maybe to his teammate. No. Verbreakel stops him in his tracks. It's underneath the chair of Verbreakel. He can't reverse anymore. He will enter the penalty area for the opponent and turn the ball over. Larsen elects to play this one out. And they will attack on the counter. Oh! Nice try from Pedersen to find his teammate. Definitely they have shifted into mess around mode. You are trying to create some sort of maybe a beautiful goal or set up your teammate to score. Well, he goes for it himself here and makes it 12-3.
Oh.
Pedersen wins the fight in the boards. And he works around the screen from Larsen and converts easily. Oh, wow. She does fit it in to the short corner, and Larsen shaking his head. He demands more than from himself than that. Oh, almost kept out by Verbreakel, but the ball sneaks in. Ooh, good job with the backhand. Fooling Larsen and whacking into some. So Pedersen and Larsen back. Goes to work again. Verbreakel has no idea where the ball is right now. And the spinning around is just completely fooling his opponents every time. He can do this every time he wants to. Yeah, nice try from Vanheusden.
Then hitting the...
She rams into the boards, not allowed, and it's a turnover. Pedersen and Larsen once again back in business. The score 15-5. The game is way out of hand, and it is essentially just running up the score at this point. Pedersen scoring at will. Not a chance in the world for Verbreakel to stop these shots. Ooh! Vanheusden sneaking it under the stick of Pedersen. Pedersen with those long arms sometimes can open up a bit of a gap between the blade of his stick and the front of his chair. So expertly taken advantage of by Vanheusden. Pedersen and Larsen, undoubtedly the tallest team of this tournament.
Yeah,
they are some big boys, both of them. That means, of course, a lot of range for Pedersen and for Larsen as well when he plays the hand stick in other tournaments. Very rangy player. But also at least
does the same again.
She's found a move there. She's went back to it again. His great height, Larsen, also means, of course, a quite high center of gravity. You see the seat of his chair is quite high compared to, for example, Vanheusden. This, of course, in order to make room for his long legs, but it also means a high center of gravity, and that makes sometimes the chair a little hard to control. And at least I feel like when you're sitting that high, it's not that fun really to drive this fast and with this much change in movement. You feel like the chair is going to tip over at any point. But Larsen makes it work. Ooh. Shot blocked by Larsen, picked up by Pedersen. And he'll showboat a little and make it 19-7.
1 minute.
a little disappointed that they don't put more work into setting up the T-stick goal. Those are always exciting. We've basically only seen one pass this game. That's all I'd be doing if I was in that situation.
Oh.
No. Wide open net, and she whips it over the net.
Oh, and
Instead, Larsen takes advantage and the
goal.
counter attack, beats Verbreakel down the court and sneaks it in at the short post. So we did get the T-stick goal right on the buzzer here. This is time for the game, and well, a easy win for the tournament, one of the tournament favorites.